Malls and designer stores have been increasing their security in the wake of smash and grab thefts. Many are expressing concerns over security, especially with many people doing some last-minute Christmas shopping. Well, here to talk about this further is a senior vice president of the retail division of Allied Universal, Brian Neimeyer. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you.
These past few weeks, we've seen malls and high-end luxury stores being looted. Why is it that we've been seeing such a sharp rise in smash and grabs?
I think a part of it is that holidays are always a vulnerable time for these types of crimes because the shelves are well stocked for shoppers. There's a bounty of merchandise for criminals to choose from. I think also online social media has made it easy for criminals to organize and into these unlawful events. They storm the store quickly, target high value items, leave quickly. And I think another contributing factor is that stolen merchandise has become much easier to sell. Most criminals now are embracing e-commerce and they're selling their stolen goods online. Years ago, they would have to sell them from their home or a flea market, all of which carries, much greater risk of getting caught.
And there's been a labor shortage, and just last month, Allied Universal said its goal is to hire more than 50,000 people by the end of the year. How has the demand in security been in the wake of these thefts, and have you guys met that goal?
We are on target to meet our customers' goals. Demand has been and remains high due to crime and the threat of crime. Uniformed security officers are a highly effective deterrent to crime. So shopping malls and retailers have been stepping up their physical security presence. We're in the midst of a very ambitious hiring campaign to meet this demand.
And I want to ask you, officials and residents in Los Angeles, for example, are blaming their respective district attorney, George Gascon, and his policies for not punishing the criminals who commit these acts. Do you see any trends regarding where these robberies and where this looting happens?
I think, we're seeing these type of brazen criminal events are occurring in a number of major markets, not just Los Angeles. There have been some highly publicized events in Northern California, as well as Southern California and across the country. I think what we're seeing nationally is that organized retail crime is up year over year, fairly substantially. I believe that this is consistent with the position of the National Retail Federation. I think what's really changed over the past year or so is that these organized retail crime events have shown a scale, a boldness, and an aggressiveness that wasn't generally evident in the pre-COVID era.
And you say integrating technology with risk and social media monitoring is a growing trend to keep retail environments safe. What exactly do you mean by that?
Well, I think, as I mentioned earlier, the visibility of uniformed security officers is a proven deterrence to crime, but they can't be in all places at all times. So we're using technology as essentially a force multiplier, giving us eyes and ears beyond those of our human coworkers patrolling the malls. Cameras are still the #1 technology used at shopping centers. They can alert us to suspicious activity. They help provide evidence after the commission of a crime. And we've already helped law enforcement make several arrests by identifying suspects and license plates from fleeing vehicles. I think the biggest thing that we're seeing is that technology can allow us to become more proactive. And what I mean by that is by gaining actionable intelligence based on social media monitoring and other threat awareness tools, we're able to cut through the noise of the online chatter and identify threats. And if we can identify a threat and identify a planned organized retail crime event before it occurs, we can marshal our resources, alert local law enforcement, in some cases put up barricades that make entry and exit from the property more difficult. And oftentimes the criminals, might rethink their plan when they show up and see law enforcement and security highly visible. So this sort of situational awareness, intelligence gathering allows us to put people where and when the data indicates they should be. So that's how technology is helping us the most.
Again, Senior Vice President for the Retail Division of Allied Universal, Brian Neimeyer, thank you so much again for your time and your insight.
You're very welcome. Thank you.